Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Merrill with Firm. This is a special edition of Firm Breaking News in the middle of a particular day where Vladimir Zellenskyy visited with President Trump and Vice President Vance in the White House. These are excerpts only, folks, and will be the only topic in this particular special, bringing to you by Firm through townhall.com.
A lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed the ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broke the ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, GD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice oceans and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right
From
about
the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
Not
cards.
playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
With
back
all
to you.
respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A
This
lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big
Can-
trouble.
can
Wait a
answer.
minute. No,
Can
you've done a lot of
answer.
talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of
We are
coming out
staying-
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong. From the very beginning of the war, we've been alone. And we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you,
I
through this
said
stupid
thank-
president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment.
You
And you
voted
met
for
up
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
If-
West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited-
military equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I can tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you'd take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
That wasn't
this
with me.
It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Very tense confrontation. Supposed to be a negotiating kind of a meeting. Mr. Zellenskyy, of course, being invited to the White House and set up so that he would visit on February 28th. Quite interesting how Mr. Zellenskyy got a little bit escalated when it came to, as you heard in that one particular segment, telling President Trump, he says, before you know it, you'll be experiencing this way as well, and you'll have to deal with it. Of course, President Trump snapped right back and said, you worry about you. Don't worry about us here in the United States. You need to worry about you and your people. So as we wrap up this one particular special program here, folks, just want you to know that we will return within the next 24 hours, or maybe less, with a new episode, some updates from the Maine legislature, hopefully some less intense war of words that the deflectocrats like to keep throwing out there. And pay no attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the mainstream media, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to turn Donald Trump into a person without vision for this country. I'll bet you anything. I'll leave this particular segment, this exchange between Zellenskyy, Mr. Trump, and Mr. Vance as to the future of Europe. Better be a ceasefire coming soon. Mr. Zellenskyy wants one. President Zellenskyy wants one. Better start paying attention a little bit as to what Mr. Trump has to say. That's the way we see it here at Firm. We value your information and your input as well, folks. So to make sure that everybody knows about what that is on a regular basis, we always have it ready, folks. And there it is. Always check us out here on Firm, on rumble.com/fairnessmedia1. And also, check out and send us a message, or several, from you, members of your family, anything of that nature. Just give us your views on what you just saw, and on any past episodes of our over 300 podcasts here on Rumble. We're also on YouTube, Twitter. But send us messages right here, folks. fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com, fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com. As always, folks, take care. Peace to everyone. Stay safe.